Yo, 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 what is up, everybody? It's your boy BEATNUTZ. Hope you're having a great day doing what you love. If you are here for the video, you know what we're going to be doing for today. We're going to be taking it back, man. We're going to be going back to our ISAIAH RASHAD type of vibe. I really kind of missed more of, I guess, my niche is what you can kind of call it. I've been making a lot of Monty stuff and a lot of K-Trona stuff, which, by the way, you guys, thank you guys so much for not only my first 3K, my first 5K. We've gotten all the way, as of this recording, all the way up until 7K for one of our YouTube videos, and you guys been popping off with it so far. And I just want to say I'm very, very blessed, to be able to help out this channel and everything, and give you guys good content too. So I thought I'd take it back, from when I first started doing this stuff, before I had the videos that grabbed a lot of your guys' attentions and everything. And I just wanted to take it back to what I know for sure. So in the couple previous videos, you probably saw me do some loot stuff, some Dreamville and everything, and I asked you guys what you guys might want to see, and I saw a lot of you guys wanted to see me break down a little bit more ISAIAH RASHAD kind of vibe. So more Monty tutorials and more K-Trona stuff coming up next, but I definitely want to try to keep my options open. So today I felt like I wanted to do an ISAIAH RASHAD type of beat today. So I'm actually going to be pulling a loop that I've been making on a secret kit that I'm still working on. It's still kind of in its little baby phases right now. I have a lot of content and a lot of stuff to do and everything with it, but I'm a perfectionist, so I have to make sure that everything's right. So I'm gonna be working with that. I'm gonna be just kind of going for more of that the house is burning kind of vibe. Ever since I heard it when it first came out, shout out to Zay. We're still bumping it, even despite all the Reddit bullshit and everything that's going his way. Much love to ISAIAH RASHAD. He's been a huge influence for me, my type of sound and my music and everything. And any type of internet shit and everything is not going to sway me away from listening to his music. Ever since I listened to Free Lunch with Kendrick Lamar, and I've been instantly hooked pretty much since then with The Sun's Tirade and so on and so forth. But for this type of sound, I think I'm going to kind of go for more of a 3-6 Mafia blend of the house is burning kind of deal, and we're just gonna get right into it. So if you like this video, you want to see more of this kind of stuff, definitely let me know down below in the comments. I could definitely deep dive into ISAIAH RASHAD and stuff like that, and cook up stuff from scratch. If you want to see me do that, let me know. Or if you want to see me just kind of cook up for a beat, get some vibes going, let me know down below too, and I'll share some sauce as I keep going. So without further ado, let's just get right into the beat and let's go. Super crazy sample, honestly. I found out the real sauce is when you make your own creative melodies and everything, try to sample yourself and kind of see how you can get into new sounds with that, because obviously if you sample yourself, it's going to be completely unique. So I found this sample, and I think I found another sample too that I want to kind of test out with it. One thing I noticed with ISAIAH stuff is I pulled up Splice and I looked through and I tried to go through a bunch of different vocals and everything, and I was trying to find something very close to a 3-6 Mafia kind of sound, where I think I was going for more of a R.I.P. Young kind of vibe. So I found this super dope kind of vocal. Even though this is more in the G-Funk category, I thought it kind of fit well, or at least I'm going to try to fit it well with this beat. So let me show you what I found with this. So let me found.
Everybody feel it come around with the rhythm, it's a sound. Everybody get down when we give it to you.
Pretty cool. So I'm gonna mess around with that, because I noticed with R.I.P. Young, since I'm kind of basing it off of that, that was something I want to go for. So let me just kind of mess around with this, and then I'm gonna show you guys what I think the idea could be. So
come around with the rhythm, it's a sound. Everybody get down when we give it to you. Everybody feel it, come around with the rhythm, it's a sound. Everybody get down when we give it to you. Everybody feel it, come around with the rhythm, it's a sound.
ooh, okay, that's another thing I know that he does is it's definitely mixing around different variants. So let's try putting the low version in the beginning, and then we're gonna put this this sample, switch it up.
Everybody feel it come around with the rhythm, it's a sound. Everybody get down when we give it to you. Everybody feel it come around with the rhythm, it's a sound. Everybody get down when we give it to you. Everybody feel it come around with the rhythm, it's a sound. Everybody get down.
Yep, this is a vibe. Okay. All right. So obviously that was super easy because I had a loop ready to go. But I think if you kind of want to get into more of this kind of scratch wise with melody and everything, you know, just try to find something that's a lot smoother. You know, 130 I'd say, or 140 BPM is a perfect BPM if you want to get into that Zay kind of pocket where, you know, if you can rap triplets like this.
Everybody feel it come around with the rhythm,
It's not really triplets, it's more actually like subdivision. As long as you can get a subdivision like this, the vocal is pretty much kind of acting like our subdivision. It's keeping us in time. So 1, 2,
everybody feel
3,
it come
4, 2,
around with
2,
the
3,
rhythm,
4,
it's a
3,
sound.
2,
Everybody
3,
get
4,
down
2,
when we give
3,
it to
4.
you.
And then have that combined with the slowness of this. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It just makes it, you know, a lot more, gives it more momentum. So definitely momentum is a big thing for Zay, I know for sure. So it helps him with his flows too. All right, so I think I'm pretty much just gonna add drums to this. We're gonna go. I did not expect it to actually do this well. I think the only last thing that I might do is take this and pitch it up 3, because I'm curious.
Everybody feel it come around with the rhythm, it's a sound. Everybody get down when we give it to you. Everybody feel it come around with the rhythm, it's a sound. Everybody get down when we give it to you. Everybody feel it come around with the rhythm, it's a sound. Everybody get down when we give it to you. Everybody feel it come around with the rhythm, it's a sound. Everybody get down.
All right, let's use none other than the Zay kit. So let's go. What I'm gonna kind of do is layer more of the snares, because the snares are very, very important, I think, with Zay beats. You know, there's the meme about, you know, the producer going through like 30 different snares, but honestly I think that shit is so true, because there's always just a certain snare that fits that specific vibe. So I'm gonna try to find it if I can that layers with the claps nice. I try to not overcomplicate too much of the drums with it. I just like making variations. So
Everybody feel it come around with the rhythm, it's a sound. Everybody get down when we give it to you.
oh, it just goes so well with the vocal.
Everybody feel it come around with the rhythm, it's a sound. Everybody get down when we give it to you. Everybody feel it come.
All right. One other piece of sauce that I know that he likes to do is obviously, you know, with his sample making and everything, he does a lot of live instrument stuff. So he could either Zay tends to pick beats that are either more guitar heavy, piano heavy, or even just kind of drum stuff too. So since we're not really going for more boom bap kind of stuff, what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna take some boom bap loops that I have. So I actually found out too from a commenter that the ISAIAH RASHAD kit that I have was actually renamed into a Versus kit, and it was re-uploaded into Reddit with a different name. So this is you can find this exact same kit in Reddit just under Versus kit pretty much when you look for it, and you'll pretty much be all good. So I'm gonna take some hi-hat loops from this and try to match it. I'm not gonna make it where it's the whole loop itself. I'm just gonna try to see if I could take elements that sound really good with it. So
Everybody feel it come around with the rhythm, it's a sound. Everybody feel it come around with the rhythm, it's a sound. Everybody feel it.
another important thing too is whenever you're doing chop stuff like this, whether it's for a K-Tronic kit, I feel like it's important to not just have the loop be where it's this high part right here. It goes high volume da 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 da. That's the best way I can kind of vocalize it. Instead of just having it be where it's, you know, this is the 1, this is the 2, this is the 3. I kind of like to tend to slide it so it creates a different rhythm. So it'd be Also, real quick before I stem this out, this is something that I just recently learned. Another thing is, if you have a loop like this, we have our if I take the entirety of this loop, right, and I take everything down, right, and I just put it right here. This is pretty much goes for most producers who are using FL and everything. If you have a bunch of stems like this, right, instead of kind of cutting them each individually and then going one by one by one by one by one to stem them out, what I found out recently you could do is with the new update with FL is, if I have all these selected right here, all I have to do is hit Control Shift and then left click on this new element, this new track essentially, and keep doing it. I'm gonna go to the top right here. I have them all labeled individually too, which is super important. But what I can do is I can hit right click right here, go to Consolidate Track, and go from Track Start, and it'll give me this menu right here to consolidate every single part of it. So I'm gonna hit Start. Boom, 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 and now you have them all stemmed out into individual files, rather than, you know, doing, okay, I gotta stem this out, okay, let me do the next one, let me do the next one, let me change the name, all this other shit. You can just kind of do them all at once, one after another, as long as you make sure that this part right here is highlighted and everything. But that was something new that I learned, and it's improved my workflow tremendously. So helpful tip. Yeah, so we got everything in our elements right now. Now I'm just pretty much gonna add the kick, add the bass, and then boom, we have an ISAIAH RASHAD beat, ladies and gentlemen. So fuck yeah. Another thing too that I noticed with Zay Beats is I mean, obviously there is the track that, oh man, I'm so bad with names, honestly. Chad, I noticed he does with the kick where it's like bum 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 cunt, bum cunt, bum 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 cunt, bum cunt. It's just basically where, like, you know, rather than just doing like boom boom cunt, boom boom cunt, it's like boom 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 cunt, boom boom cunt. It's very very hitty in the beginning, and then towards the end it's just more space. But another thing too he does with is transitions wise. So what I'm thinking is, with this second part here, something like that, where it kind of builds up to the next part. Dope. Okay, so that's the kick. Up next we're gonna go to, is probably the craziest part, is just the bass. Matching up the kicks a little bit to slide left and right with the 808 I think is super important, especially when you want to give it space with stuff like this. It's like, you know, ultimately like the biggest goal that you want to do. So because if you cut your 808 and you give it more space, I think it leaves more room for the rest of this tracks to breathe. So there we go. When it hits that knock, that's all we need, really. Okay, yeah, that's pretty much the tutorial, I'd say. Other stuff that you can implement, I guess, is more vinyl crackle. And yeah, guys, that is pretty much going to be the tutorial for today. So I hope you guys liked it. I really like doing a lot of Zay's, you know, kind of esque beats and everything. It's obviously, you know, one of my favorite beats that I like to make. And I feel like it's a strong suit of mine that I like to make, you know, to try to capture the sound and everything. I really like focusing on these type of beats because it's just always a vibe. So let me know if you like this content, if you want to see more, if you want to see me chop up some more of my samples, or if there's any kind of samples that you guys want to see me do. Let me know down below in the comments. What I could do for next time is I could just give you guys chopping, you know, kind of techniques and everything too. So I know a couple of techniques that I can show you guys for a future video. But yeah, let me know if you guys like this ISAIAH RASHAD content, you guys. I'm going to be doing more of this kind of stuff along with the K-Tronda tutorials and more of the Monty Booker videos too as well. So just let me know what's up. Thank you guys so much again for the love that's been in the comments on the channel, everything going on. I really appreciate you guys, and much love to you guys. So this is BEATNUTZ signing off. I hope you have a great rest of your day. You learned something from here, something new that you haven't seen from before, and you get to cooking. So have a great day, keep doing what you love, and I'll see you next time. Peace.